To the state?
Defense?
Catherine Valenzuela.
Are you Daniel Fretwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Fretwell, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Fretwell, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Fretwell, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No such motions have been filed.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Your Honor, I submit State's Exhibit 1 in the attachments.
Your Honor, my client and I reviewed stage one. We have no objection.
Mr. Fretwell, State, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Fretwell, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements, police reports, and laboratory reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Does anyone know? Because from what I read in the police report, it says that the vehicle was stolen.
I'm still charged. He has been making payments on
I
it.
was buying it, but I didn't know it was stolen. I was making
And so
payments.
they never went further on
Okay.
it.
All right. Anything you wish to say, Mr. Fretwell?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Fretwell, it appears that you have a drug problem. So if you want, I can refer you to the therapeutic community. It does not increase the length of time that you are in prison, but they may be able to help you with your drug issue.
Your Honor, Mr. Fretwell, yes, he does have a drug problem. He picked up a case pending this one
Mhm.
in Williamson County. He's already been sentenced to 3 years on that. He was in TDC and brought back to handle this case.
Okay.
So he's already been,
I've been in there for 8 months.
and so we believe he is getting some treatment and he's looking.
Are
at
you receiving
parole.
treatment at the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. All right, then I'll put therapeutic community. I don't want this case to stop you from getting treatment. Court will find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you, Mr. Fretwell?
52,
All right, how long have you been using?
a long time.
All right, so here's the thing. You are going to have to make sure that you stop using. I read in the police report, you were talking about your mom. Is your mom still alive? All right, and I'm sure your mom loves you, right? Stop breaking her heart. So when you go to the prison, you're saying that they're already giving you treatment there, continue with it. Be actively participating, internalize it. When you are released from prison, I know people are excited because they're released. You're probably going to run to your mom, tell her how sorry you are, and it's never going to happen again. You got to remember prison. You got to remember your treatment. And the first thing you need to do when you get out of prison is go to an NA or AA meeting and keep it up. And if somebody tries to dissuade you from going, and by that, I mean, if you have a scheduled standing appointment with AA and they say, well, let's just stop and have lunch. You can do AA tomorrow. You can do it this afternoon. That person, you got to cut them loose, because everybody from here on out who's in your life, when you tell them you have an AA or NA meeting, and if it's at noon or 8 a.m. every day, that person should be saying, oh, do you need a ride to your class? Not, let's just stop and have breakfast. You can go late, because that causes you to backslide. The last thing you want to be is the person in Bexar County and somebody's trying to identify your body, and then they tell your mom that you passed. You understand? Last time you use could be the last time you use. All right, good luck to you. So how are you doing today?
Good, and you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Why do you think you're here?
For a compliance hearing for coming out positive.
All right. And what else?
That should be it.
Well, let me just tell you the report I'm receiving on you. This is what the probation officer is saying to me about you. And how old are you?
20.
All right, you're 20. Since obtaining the probationer's case, when they say probationer, they're talking about you. He has shown zero to very minimal effort regarding his probation. The probationer has had issues reporting on time, reporting for field visits, testing positive for cocaine and meth, and enrolling or providing proof of employment for any remaining court-ordered programs. The probationer and I have had several discussions regarding his actions and how or what we can do to get back on track, really stressing the small actions, such as simply calling this probation officer within 24 hours after an attempted field visit, or taking accountability for his action. The probationer appears to continue to struggle to grasp the severity of his circumstances and what he can do to grow and move forward with his life, and the lessons he can learn on his probation path. That's the report that I have on you. The report tells me you are doing nothing, zero, nada. Why are you doing nothing on this probation in this court other than using drugs?
I have attended 2 out of the 4 classes, and we have had
No, they say you don't even call in.
probably when they come for a field visit.
Yeah, they say you're not doing the simplest of things. And what I can tell you is you've had 3 motions to revoke in this court. So, and I know that each time you came before me, I've told you that you're looking at up to 10 years in the prison. Deputy Laura, could you do me a favor? Could you place the handcuffs on him, please? Each time you come before me, I know I've told you, you're looking at doing 10 years in prison. Obviously, your mother is not laying down the law with you at home. They say that you keep saying that you work with your mom, but you don't provide any proof. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to allow you to work with your mom because I don't know if your mom is actually having you work with her. So you are going to ISF. And the reason why I'm sending you to ISF is because you need an attitude adjustment. You understand? Now, if you don't want to sign to go to ISF, you don't have to sign for it. What will end up happening is a motion to revoke will be filed. So which would you prefer?
ISF, Your Honor.
All right. So he wants to go to ISF, and if you could put him in ISF cognitive.
Your Honor, so the recommendation was for local ISF.
All right, so you're going to go to local ISF. This is the last time we're going to have this conversation with you following rules. Obviously, your mom is not laying down the law with you. So you're not going to be allowed to work with your mom. You're going to have to get a job with a different employer, because if you get a job with a different employer, that employer, if you don't report, they're not going to pay you. They're not going to call the court and say, oh yeah, he reported for work if you did not. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to go to prison?
No, Your Honor.
All right. If you want to go to prison, I will get an attorney appointed to you and you can go to prison and I'll send you to prison. How old are you?
20 years old.
All right. You're 20. You're going to have to start doing better. Do you have children?
No.
That's a good thing. Probation, this is serious. And I hope I'm getting your attention, because we're not going to have a conversation again where you're not doing anything. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, is there anything else you need to be successful on this probation?
No, it shouldn't be.
All right. Do not come back here again where you are not doing anything. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I keep an open mind on everything, but we are not going to have any more compliance hearings with you. If I get a report and it appears that everything is in order, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. When a motion to revoke is filed, what ends up happening is a warrant is issued for your arrest, and you will be picked up wherever you may be. You could be at the grocery store in the middle of checking out or have already checked out. You know what's going to happen? Those groceries are going to be put to the side and they're going to take you to jail. If you are at home, they're going to pick you up and take you to jail. If you're in the middle of watching a movie and you're at the part where they're about to solve everything, guess what? If they pick you up during that time, you're going to miss what happens. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
In this court, probation is serious. In this court, communication is key. And probation officers know that I like for them to communicate with people. And that's why they put in here that they've had several discussions with you regarding your actions. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Nothing good.
Oh, he needs an interpreter, right? Well, why does it say, oh, you're right on here? I missed the word no interpreter needed.
Okay.
All right. All right. So in this case, there was an immigration issue. Mother's birth certificate was needed.
Correct.
So has that been done?
Judge, no, and let me explain why. Last time we were here, the court gave us a website that the court found. We reached out to that website. The website is saying she has to go in person. She went in person back on May 26th, 2013, and she's been back since then. She has a receipt for where she paid the $22 for the birth certificate. She's calling almost daily. They still haven't been able to get it to her. When she went, after we were here last time, she went to a couple of websites, the one that specifically for the court found. She called them. They told her, they went, looked up whatever, they couldn't give it to her over their system. She doesn't know what the holdup is. She's gotten some before, but they won't give it to her this time. Evidently, there is somebody supposedly using her social security number and to file taxes in Chicago, but that wouldn't affect the state, so I wouldn't think that would state.
All right, well, here's the next step to get her birth certificate immediately. Call your state representative, whoever it is, in the US House and the US Senate. If you call them and tell them, I'm just trying to get my birth certificate, they will perhaps move it quickly. That worked for my mom when it was taking forever for her to get her passport.
Mhm.
And people were saying, oh, it'll take 30 days or 60 days for the passport. My mom got her passport in 2 weeks. So call your state representative and tell them, what's the holdup? I'm trying to get my birth certificate.
She's been to Laredo where she was born, and they told her she had to go to Austin. She went Austin to May 26th, and she's still waiting. So
Oh, yes, call state representative and show them that you've been going to these different places.
we'll do that. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. This is actually recalled for August 15th instead of the 14th, but can you recall this in 1 month? This will be it for obtaining that information. What date?
September 19th.
All right, so we'll be back on September 19th.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're
Judge, I'm
welcome.
Supposed to start a civil jury trial on the 18th, so.
Okay, we'll see where we are.
That's fine. Thank you. Judge.
All right, once he signs the reset form, he's excused.
Thank you.